Hey guys, um, 12 years ago, as we all know, it was the terrorist attacks here at 9/11, and I know just from my own experience, I'll never forget. It was my senior year in high school, and I checked the calendar earlier. I thought so, but it was on a Tuesday when I remember seeing my teacher, and I think it was a American government class. I think we were having like a study hall or we were doing classwork. I couldn't remember, and I'll never forget the look on his face. It's just kind of a gasp, shot look when he was on his computer. It went to the TV, and then that's why I remember seeing the smoke from one of the towers too, because we didn't know what was going on. It was just confusion, like crazy. And then all of a sudden, you see another airplane that's coming to strike this tower, and just like that, two planes that crashed into the towers. I didn't know what was going on. I thought it was like a TV show or some movie that was being played. It took me a few minutes later to realize it was live. And then I'll never forget too. One of my classmates said, "Wow, it's 9/11," and this is well before we marked it down as that particular date. But it is unfortunately what it is that it was 2011 and 9/11 when it did happen. So absolutely crazy. I remember this coming back home and having the TV on, just the news, just looking at all this stuff, and then to make it worse, to the firefighters that were trying to save the people in the towers too, and then the towers collapsed. That's ridiculous. And then obviously we found out days and weeks later too on the plane. I know one of the planes, the passengers on the planes were trying to fight the terrorists from trying to make their attempt to go after the pilots or try to crash the plane. And then obviously in that attempt, the plane crashed. So it's just sad overall too. It's kind of weird at the same time too because here it is, one of the planes crashed somewhere in Pennsylvania, and how ironic. I went to college up in around Pittsburgh, Moon Township, when I went to Robert Morris, and some of those people do remember that too when I got over there when I was in college. So just we'll never forget that here in this country. I know you have Memorial Day, you have Fourth of July, but now, unfortunately, we had the terrorist attacks too. And then you can't forget also as well some of the years ago, like the Pearl Harbor attack that happened on December 7th, 1941. So, just those attacks too, just those things that we will never forget. I know my own experience with 9/11, and just noticed in this country, the one moment too that I saw that America was just all coming together. It's sad too what happened. What's happened obviously the last few years because of maybe because of the politicians, the war overseas, war of terrorism too, and obviously a whole bunch of things too is happening. We could talk about the economy as well, but it's unfortunate too that some people with this really, as Robert Kiyosaki says, they won't wake up to the reality of things because I know he and his rich dad called this many, many years ago as far as the economy going the way it is. Donald Trump did too as well. And a lot of multi-millionaires, multi-billionaires were trying to warn the everyday person like you and me about this, but we would just continue to just go about our ways, not paying any mind to it. So what's the best thing that we do to it today? Complain or make excuses when there is better ways. So sad, so sad. Not saying we can predict obviously a terrorist attack like that in 9/11, but when it comes to your financial education, that's really on us to do so. Not worrying about the government, not worrying about the company that you're working in, but it's really on us to increase our financial intelligence when it comes to stuff like that. And I've been reading some of the Kiyosaki's books too, and he always said that his real dad said, "Money's the root of all evil," and then his rich dad says, "The lack of money is the root of all evil." And when you think about it too, that leads to distress, At least to you working long hours, staying away from your family. When you do get the money from working long hours, too, you spending on stuff and then you're broke again, so you're going back to work long hours again, too. It's just that continuous cycle. And I'm glad I chose 3 years ago just to look for something different, even though the previous experience didn't work out because it was shut down earlier this year, but I was blessed with two others. So this is my thoughts I wanted to share, especially obviously being the day of 12 years ago, remembering 9/11. So with that being said, I'll talk to you guys later.